Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Haygood. For anyone that has attended any event here in the city, I guarantee you one of them has been held at WestWorld. It is more than a place for Barrett-Jackson and Arabian Horse Show. We also have the Arizona Bike Week and much more that happens there. But WestWorld is a place where events happen year-round, multiple days and multiple events in a day. And I'm excited to welcome them to the table this week to teach us more about how they really have a huge economic impact on the city of Scottsdale, the Valley, and what we can expect from WestWorld this year. But to tell you a little bit more about our favorite State Farm agent, Jeremy Mueller, you know Scottsdale, the sunshine, the community, the way we look out for each other. Jeremy Mueller is a part of that. Jeremy and his team believe supporting the community is just as important as serving their clients. Since 1999, Jeremy has been your neighbor and your go-to for home, auto, life, and business coverage. His team doesn't just sell policies, they create plans that fit your life. You'll always get exceptional service, knowledgeable advice, and someone who truly cares. So reach out now to visit him at jeremymueller.com or give Jeremy a call at 480-515-5223 and let Jeremy and his team take care of you. One of the city's biggest economic and cultural engines is none other than WestWorld of Scottsdale. Known for the iconic events such as Barrett-Jackson, Arabian Horse Show, it has evolved into a year-round venue that hosted 80 unique events last fiscal year alone, bringing in more than $163 million to Arizona's economy. That's one place. From car auctions and equestrian competitions to polo matches and festivals, this 386-acre facility is shaping Scottsdale's national reputation while fueling local businesses. So joining me today is WestWorld's General Manager, Will Lofdahl, who oversees the operations, growth, and vision for the future. So, Will, thank you for taking time out of your very busy day that we just heard about to join us.
Well, thank you, Alicia. Thanks for having me on the program today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, right before we started recording, we kind of talked about your background a little bit and how you've done this at other places, Georgia Dome, you came from Canada, you're from here, but you just told me no other place that you've worked has been as busy and as packed with events as WestWorld of Scottsdale.
Yeah, WestWorld's unique in that they're on our calendar. There are very few, like there's 2 weekends out of the entire year which we don't have booked.
You should say the dates now. I guarantee you they're going to be booked by the end of this episode.
And that's unique, and that's amazing. That's a tribute to the people that work there and the people that have made WestWorld the place that it is. It's some 40 years ago when it was spawned. It has grown immeasurably, and a lot of people have been involved in that growth, and there's a lot of people that should take a bow for that growth.
Well, let's talk about that growth. What do you think really is the big factor that makes WestWorld so appealing? Because you look at it from the outside and you're like, oh, this is a horse, place, because you see the farms and the stables and stuff like that, but it hosts everything and anything you could possibly think of.
Yeah, it is. It has its nucleus as the equestrian facility. And that remains our foundation, our nucleus. The Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction certainly has put WestWorld on the map. Mm-hmm. When I was applying for this job, and I come from, as you mentioned, from Canada, people knew about WestWorld because of the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction and because of the Arabian Horse Show.
Yeah.
So there are a number of marquee events that take place every year at WestWorld, and that has helped to create a good reputation within the event industry for WestWorld and for the city of Scottsdale. And the city of Scottsdale has certainly benefited from that reputation and the diversity and of the types of events that come to WestWorld. Like this coming weekend, we will have an Abilities Expo, but at the same point in time, we'll have a rodeo. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at WestWorld. So quite often we have multiple events taking place at the same time.
Talk about that a little bit. It takes an entire team from the city of Scottsdale supporting you. You always have parking and police and security out there. What does it take to run something like these multiple day events and the planning and the team that goes behind it?
Planning.
Yeah. Lots of organization.
That's the foundation of it all. what we enjoy is that 95% of the events that take place at WestWorld are reoccurring events.
Okay.
So it's not like we are introducing a new event all the time.
Yeah.
So when you do something over and over and over again, you get better at it.
Okay, makes sense.
So we do the Barrett-Jackson auto auction. We've been doing that every year for decades. We have developed, along with the Barrett-Jackson group, a good working relationship with one another. So we know that when that show moves in, what they need, they know what they need, and collectively we work towards creating an event that people want to come out to and see year after year.
Yeah.
That's just one example. You could any of the reoccurring events that we have each year follow along that same path.
Talk about how you get most of these you said are reoccurring and stuff like that. What does a new event look like, and what are we trying to bring in to WestWorld that we maybe haven't tried yet?
What does a new event look like? Well, we get calls, and we also reach out to events as well to try to see if we can find a time that works for them and works for us. Not all events work for the venue. It has to be an event that will be applicable to the venue. You don't put a baseball game in an opera house.
I don't know. Y'all could do anything there, so
and so on and so forth. So we try to find a good match. That's important. And then create a relationship that works for both parties and also works for the community as well. So there's a lot of stakeholders involved in events and certainly the success of those events over time.
Yeah. We all know that tourism is really what helps fund Scottsdale. It keeps us, moving year round and throughout the year. This article that just came out said the recent economic impact showed that $163.6 million WestWorld contributed to the Scottsdale or Arizona's GDP. So with that, why do you think that this is such an important place for Scottsdale and the economic impact y'all truly bring to the city?
And the one thing to note, of that $163 million, the vast majority of that is actually spent here in Scottsdale. So it certainly benefits the city. We have found a niche. Certainly we're one of the top equestrian facilities in the country. And that's a reputation that has grown over the years. Our crew, our staff, our operations department work very hard in making sure that we have footing and grounds and arenas that are appropriate for the equestrian industry. And we have, along with other centers around the country, grown and have had a good relationship and a good reputation, and that we continue to foster that relationship, which is why we have a number of repeat horse shows every year. We do approximately 40 horse shows a year.
Okay.
And we do some very, very big ones.
Yeah.
And we are very fortunate that we have those horse shows. As you can see from our logo, it's a branding iron. So it is the foundation of our operation, and we're very proud of that. And we also have the Barrett-Jackson auto auction, which is also a very big component of our operation. They're very important to us, and we're appreciative of that event. And that event brings people from throughout North America and throughout the world.
Yeah.
And right now they're doing 2 events a year, so we're appreciative of that.
Those are massive national and international events like that. For instance, polo match, that brings in some national, international people. More of like the capabilities expo and stuff like that. Talk about the local events that y'all really host here as well for the residents that are here more full time.
Well, we did a quilting event last week.
Yes.
But that's
Junk in the Trunk is coming. Y'all do that.
That's a great event, though.
It's massive. There's a following,
and they love it. And you want the beauty of WestWorld is 1 week you can have the Barrett-Jackson auto auction, which is a world renowned event, and then the following week you've got a dog show or a quilting show or a show that is geared for the local community. So we have a lot of flexibility and a lot of variety. One could say that if you don't like what's going on at WestWorld this week, well, wait till next week. We'll have something that you'll like.
And it's not even that. You could even just go check next door to the other.
Yeah, quite often we have 2 or even 3 events going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's a vibrant and an ever-changing environment at WestWorld.
Never a dull moment. Capital improvements, everyone needs to upgrade at certain points. Let's talk about what y'all are doing to improve continuously at WestWorld to try to bring in more bigger attractions.
Yeah, right now for horse events, we're upgrading our stalls. We're also upgrading our sound system. On a larger note, WestWorld is built in a flood control zone, and so we're working on some drainage projects to create an environment where WestWorld, when it rains, doesn't get as flooded as it has been in recent years.
Yep.
So those are some of the bigger things that we're working on, and we'll continue to work on over the course of the next few years.
How do you work on controlling or honoring, I should say, the tradition of it being, a horse community to welcome in the quilters or the shoppers or, the canine competitive days and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, and then go on at the same time, too. So we'll have a quilting event at the same day we have a rodeo. So you can go and see the quilting event during the afternoon and then go to a rodeo that evening. The events seem to work pretty well together. And we have a busy operation when we're converting from one event to another because they're back to back, and that's certainly a tribute to those that have been working there, because we have a number of people on our team that have been working there 20 plus years, and they're pretty darn good at what they do.
Teaching you a thing or two being new here.
You always learn from people, especially people who have been doing things for a long time.
I love it. What does the future look like for WestWorld as far as growth, expansion, and what we can look forward towards new events? I know you said we don't have much room, 95% are reoccurring. What does the future look like for WestWorld?
Well, we're right now in the midst of doing a strategic plan, which will be our roadmap for the future. And we're involving our stakeholders, senior city management, our staff, the community to put together a definitive plan with some flexibility over time to map WestWorld's future as to what type of events we want to try to attract, how to serve our current clients better, what direction we want to take. And that direction will probably lean towards economic impact, because that's what we're there for. So try to hone in on events and attract events that bring economic impact to the community. But we also want to attract the events and continue to host the events that might not be as much in the economic impact side of things, but like some of the local events that we talked about earlier. They might not bring people in from out of town, but they're certainly very important for people within the community. So we want to try to create a good mix there.
Yeah. Well, you brought up my next question. The economic impact is massive here. How are we going to use that, continue to grow Scottsdale, the influence that you have?
Well, the one thing that we've got to be mindful of is that our event calendar is pretty well full. So you've got to take a look at where you do have some dates and maybe some dates that you were not the right fit for that particular event, and try to find a event mix that might help in the future to increase economic impact as we go forward.
What is your favorite WestWorld event?
My favorite WestWorld event is the next one.
Such a cheater. All right, then, what was your favorite past event that's happened so far?
At WestWorld?
Yeah.
Or just in
the one
general?
that just happened, is that what you're going to say?
The one that just that wouldn't be being honest to you. I like the dog shows.
Yeah.
Because we have dogs at our house.
Okay.
My wife is a real dog lover, so she likes to go to the dog shows. So yeah, if I was to pick a favorite, that would be my.
And so that's more of a
favorite.
local one that you get so many local residents out and stuff
and
like
we
that.
do, as we mentioned earlier, we do some phenomenal stuff. I mean, you can go to the Barrett-Jackson auto auction and watch someone buy a car for $4 million.
Yeah.
But the dog shows are probably the ones that are near and dear to my heart.
I love that. My last question that I ask everyone: what is your favorite Scottsdale vibe?
My favorite Scottsdale vibe. For the last 12 years I've lived in Saskatchewan, where it gets 40 degrees below zero in the wintertime. And in February, to be able to walk out and be able to be in your shirt sleeves or maybe a light jacket and walk and have an enjoyable evening or afternoon.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite Scottsdale vibe.
We're almost there, Will.
Yes.
Almost. Just
Yeah.
a couple more months and we'll get there.
Actually, 118 is better than 40 below
Yeah.
by a long shot. For when it's 118, at least before 9 o'clock in the morning, you can get up and do some things outside. Whereas when it's 40 below zero, you don't go outside.
Ever. You can't.
You really can't.
No. I love it. Thank you, seriously, to you and everyone at WestWorld. I mean,
Well,
I live by there, so we go to that facility a lot. The amount of events that anything from just me by myself to me and my husband and I to friends to the family events. You really said it. I mean, there's everything that you can do. We feature your events on our calendar and stuff like that. So
We
you are a
appreciate
huge influence in our community, not just financially, but entertainment-wise too.
Well, thanks so much for having me on the program today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, go check out more events though at WestWorld, and like you said, there's 80 events a year, so you know you're guaranteed to find at least one thing to do. Speaking of the calendar of events, let's hear about our favorite sponsor, Shawn Shackelton. For over 25 years, our sponsor, Scottsdale Realtor Shawn Shackelton, has guided buyers and sellers with straight talk, smart strategy, and data that keeps you ahead of the market. If you want a calm pro who won't let you settle for less, reach out to Shawn at 480-734-7277 or visit theshackletongroup.com and make your next move a winning one. Well, as you just heard, WestWorld is having a ton of events, and one of them that's coming up is the Fall Maricopa County Home and Garden Show. So the event is Friday, September 26th through Sunday the 28th, and they're only $10. Parking is free, so go participate, get all your stuff ready for the beautiful weather that Will and I were just talking about to enjoy your outside home and garden. But first, we also have Scottsdale Fashion Week, September 25th through 28th. Go ahead and check out the website. There's different events each night and different tickets, different themes. So I will be there every night. Come and see me, and don't forget to listen to all about the Fashion Week coming up that we had on a couple weeks ago for the episode. Scottsdale Fall Festival is Saturday, October 18th at the Scottsdale Civic Center Mall. It's a free, family-friendly event that features a live band, DJ, magic show, and for the first time ever, a cocktail garden. Does that mean kids get to roam around free while the parents are in the garden? You can get back to me, Scottsdale, and let me know how that works out. But you can fill their bags with trick-or-treat, down the alley, explore the pumpkin patch, and many more. There's games and more. So go check it out, scottsdaleaz.gov. Have a wonderful week, Scottsdale. Keep vibing, and I'll see you probably at WestWorld.